So let's go on to our next expression where we're gonna also reduce this a bit and help you to understand it. What have you got going on this weekend? What have you got going on this weekend? These all mean the same thing. What are you doing this weekend? But you might hear this expression with the word got. What have you got going on this weekend? When you actually hear this, we don't say it that clearly. What have you got going on this weekend? Wouldn't that be nice though? Instead, you're gonna hear a reduction or a contraction of the first two words, just like we saw with the previous example, what've. So what and have are gonna be pushed together. What have you got going on? That final G in the word going is gonna be cut off and we'll just say going. So let's try to say that all together. You wanna try to say it with me? What have you got going on? What have you got going on this weekend? What have you got going on this weekend? Do you think we can reduce this further? Oh yes. What do you got going on this weekend? What you got? Here at the beginning of what have you got is just really like you threw it in a mixing bowl, stirred it up, and threw it out on a cookie tray. Well, let's try to break it down so it's not quite so messy and complicated. At the beginning, we have what have you got? But it sounds like whadda. This is what have. Whadda ya? Ya is you. Whadda ya got going? Again, we're gonna drop that G at the end of the word going. Going on. Whadda ya got going on? Whadda. Notice what's happening at the end of the word what. Do you hear a clear T? Whadda ya. Whadda ya. Nope, that T at the end of the word what is going to change to a D sound. This is really typical of American English, where a T that's surrounded by vowel sounds is going to change to a D. It's called a flapped T, and it just kind of rolls off your tongue in a smooth way. What you got going on? Can you say it with me? What do you got going on this weekend? What do you got going on this weekend? All right, let's go to our last question. You doing anything fun this weekend? You doing anything fun this weekend? What's happening at the beginning of this question? Should there be another word? Yep. Are you doing anything fun this weekend? Are you? But the word are, it's on vacation, it's just gone somewhere. So we're gonna start this question with the word you. You doing anything fun this weekend? It kind of makes the question seem a little more casual and less like an interrogation or like you're asking someone out on a date. It's just a casual question. You doing anything fun this weekend? But we can reduce this question. We're not gonna reduce it an awful lot, but we will hear this reduced a little bit. When we say you doing anything fun, instead, you're gonna hear ya doing, ya. The word you is reduced to ya. Ya doing. Listen to that G at the end. Ya doing, it's gone. It's also on vacation. Maybe it's on vacation with the word are. So let's say, ya doing anything fun this weekend? Ya doing, that's the main reduction that's gonna happen in this question. You doing anything fun this weekend? Ya doing? Try to say that with me. You doing anything fun this weekend? You doing anything fun this weekend? All right, let's go on to some other common things that you will hear in these types of small talk, easy, casual conversations. If someone tells you about their weekend plans and it sounds interesting or fun, how can you reply? You might say, that sounds like fun, or how interesting, or just simply, nice. If that person is doing nothing, they're just sitting at home, maybe they're gonna binge watch some TV and stay in, well, sometimes it's nice to still say something positive in response. So you might say,